in Educational Information and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on new applications of biotechnology. In the last two lessons, we learned about traditional applications of biotechnology. We looked at the production of fermented drinks, such as T'Edge and T'Ella. We also discussed how biotechnology uses microorganisms to produce injera, yogurt, and cheese. These practices of food and drink preparation have been ongoing for thousands of years, and they are the original methods of biotechnology. Today, we are going to look at areas in which modern applications of biotechnology are being used. We are going to focus on two fields: agriculture and food processing. This is going to be an interesting lesson, students. So let us get started. Brewing, winemaking, bread making, and producing yogurt or cheese are all very traditional and useful applications of biotechnology. They can take place on a small scale, such as at home, or on a large scale, such as industrial production. Basically, the essential methods of using microorganisms have been adapted so they can be used in many food sources. Advances in agriculture are the result of one of the most important new methods of biotechnology: genetic engineering, or genetic modification. What do you think this term means? Spend a few minutes discussing this term with a partner. Then, we will discuss the meaning of it together.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, students. I wonder what you discussed with your partner about genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is used to change characteristics of an organism and give it new characteristics. Genetic engineering is defined as the process of inserting new genetic information into existing cells in order to modify a specific organism for the purpose of changing its characteristics. Why do you think people want to modify or change organisms' characteristics? Again, with a partner, consider this question and discuss your ideas.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, everyone. I am sure you had some interesting ideas. People alter the characteristics of living organisms so that the organisms can better serve the needs of the people. For example, a farmer who grows oranges wants to find a way to make the orange trees grow large and produce the most fruit. To achieve this, specific desirable genes can be introduced to the genetic makeup of an organism. This is done with the intention of improving the organism, which therefore benefits people. People have been altering living organisms to increase their benefits for many years. In agriculture, selective breeding is used to change livestock and crops. Certain animals and plants are selected to breed. The organisms are chosen for their beneficial characteristics, such as large grains, resistance to disease, or high production level. Gradually, the traits in the animals change and adopt these beneficial qualities. But it takes time, and there are limitations to this process. By employing genetic engineering, new characteristics can be introduced to organisms very quickly. Engineered genes can improve the health, growth rate, and food value of the organism. Genetic engineering is also used to make plants resistant to drought and disease, as well as some plants are able to produce their own pesticides with the help of genetic modification. As valuable as genetic engineering may be, there are some negative consequences. Insects may become resistant to pesticides if they eat a lot of pesticide-forming plants. Also, genes from genetically modified plants may spread to the wildlife, potentially harming other living organisms. Typically, genetically modified crops are not fertile, which means the farmer has to buy new seeds every year. It can become expensive and time-consuming for the farmer. Currently, biologists are working to overcome these problems with the hope that genetic engineering will provide better crops and more food in the future. In addition to agriculture, modern biotechnology is used in food processing. One of the most useful methods is incorporating an enzyme produced by genetically engineered bacteria into processed food and drinks. Such enzymes are used to clarify beer, break down starch, and convert it into glucose syrup. Enzymes are also used to make meat tender and to break down food used in commercial baby food. Biotechnology has gone so far as to create an entire new food based on fungi called mycoprotein. It was first developed by scientists in the United Kingdom when there was worldwide talk of a food shortage. The scientists were finding new ways to make protein cheap and efficient. The food shortage never happened, but mycoprotein is used widely by vegetarians, those who consume a low-fat, high-protein diet, or those who want to eat cheap protein. Because of biotechnology, this food source has secured a place on the tables of many people around the world. Based on what we have learned about the effects of biotechnology on agriculture and food processing, can you list 3 benefits and 3 drawbacks of modern biotechnology? You may begin now.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, everyone. Did you complete your lists? I am sure you thought of many ideas. You may have said that biotechnology is beneficial because it has created new food sources, or that it has made crops resistant to disease. You may have said that modern biotechnology could negatively affect the environment or poison animals that eat treated plants. These are just a few examples of correct answers. Teacher, when we complete this lesson, lead the students through a discussion about some of their answers from this activity. Allow the students to share some of their ideas with you and the rest of the class. This brings us to the end of our lesson. Today, we learned about a few modern applications of biotechnology in the fields of agriculture and food processing. We also discussed the term genetic engineering and how it applies to biotechnology. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you,